We are.
Okay, why didn't you tell me this before? Why didn't you tell me this before? Oh, don't tell me to shut up. Why didn't you tell me this before?
I'm trying to tell you now.
Shut your mouth. This thing happened to me.
It's welcome back to the #1 YouTube channel in the entire world. Today we are exposing Angela Deem on the 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Tell-All because she is a toxic woman that is abusive to her partner Michael, and the good Texas Christian in me can no longer sit by and let this African king be disrespected. Wakanda forever! In this video we're going to be talking about all the wicked things that Angela did on the tell-all, and we're going to be talking about her true intentions for going on 90-Day Fiancé with Michael in the first place. You see, Angela has always wanted to be famous. It's been her dream since she was a little trailer trash kid.
I'm only 6 and I've already had 3 heart attacks, girlfriend.
Angela and her daughter, not Skyla, the other one that went to jail for molesting children, they appeared on The Murray Show in 2015 and 2016. Their segment while on the show was focused on paternity issues, namely the daughter's 2 pregnancies.
But not what she's done to me at my house, Lord.
I haven't done nothing.
Sit your head down, girl.
The point is, we're here for DNA.
Hey, we're here
and
trying to
slept with nobody but Terry. I ain't slept with nobody.
My house,
nobody. I walked him in there to clean up.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Angela has tried to be famous her entire life, and it's speculated that the only reason she began her relationship with Michael was to get famous.
I want to be famous.
Angela questions Michael's intentions in their relationship every single chance she can get, but what are your intentions in this relationship, Angela?
Have you only seen Dr. Obang at the office?
Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you.
Because from the way you've acted after your self-proclaimed glow-up, it's quite clear you believe your husband Michael is beneath you and not deserving of respect. Angela isn't that great at being a mother or a wife, but let's look on the bright side. Maybe she's a responsible driver. Oh wait, what's that? She got a DUI in 2018? Oh, I guess she's not a responsible driver either. Oh no, what's worse is that there were other people in the car when she got the DUI, so she put other people's lives in danger too. I don't know, should I tell her? Yeah, maybe Uber next time you're drinking.
Your trash, kid.
I find it incredibly odd that throughout the entire tell-all, none of the other cast members check Angela or give her advice for how she should treat Michael better. It's like they don't hold her accountable for her toxic words and actions, but she can chime in on everybody else's segment. For example, she said something really nasty to Natalie.
I'm sick of hearing her be the victim, man. If you don't like Mike don't want you, take your ass home.
Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, but it felt like throughout the entire tell-all part 1, it seemed like everyone was ganging up on Natalie and no one was ganging up on Angela.
If you don't love him, get the out of here.
Look guys, off the cuff, I'll be the first one to say that Natalie's kind of a weirdo and she probably just used Mike to get on the show and get famous, but at the same time, I feel like most of the people do that. Expose, 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 expose. Meanwhile, Angela got caught lying and cheating on her husband. She constantly gaslights Michael and cusses at him and treats him bad, and yet no one stands up for Michael on the entire tell-all. Honestly, I expected some of these shitters to side with Angela, but Jovi, I wasn't expecting it from you, man. I'm really disappointed about that. We're friends, but honestly, I'm mad about that.
Are you trying to say bros before hoes?
No, you were supposed to take Michael to the strip club, and now it's gonna be awkward because you didn't stand up for him on the tell-all. From how differently Natalie and Angela were treated, it's clear that there's a bias towards the American cast members on the show, and it's really sickening to see. I don't think that the whole premise of embarrassing the foreigners looks good. If I said it once, I'll say it a million times. If Angela was a man talking the way she does to Michael and Michael was a woman, she would be fired 100%. Where we left off in the previous video covering Michael and Angela on the tell-all, Angela admitted to going to her doctor's birthday party that she openly flirted with on the show.
I went to his birthday party.
Okay, I will come and I will examine you. I'll look at your arms, your breasts, your tummy.
Oh.
I'm going to take a look. I'm not going to remember when I leave this room.
Oh, you're gonna remember these.
You're ugly. You're disgusting.
She had to leave the doctor's party because she got too drunk. He drove her to her hotel and they probably slept together. There's no evidence that she slept with him. Okay, there's no evidence that she didn't sleep with them.
Touché.
Here's why this story doesn't make any sense. You think a guy on his birthday is gonna leave his birthday party, his friends and family, to drive a former patient back to her hotel room like 30 minutes and not pipe? Like what? Do we not know men?
My producer is telling me that he drove you home.
Lousy snitch.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Also, Angela didn't tell any of this to Michael until she was blindsided on the tell-all, and then she responded with, "Well, I'm telling you now, Michael." Yeah, you're telling him because you got caught, dummy.
Stop it. Get some help.
It doesn't matter. Did you tell me?
Michael, it was last week.
Why didn't you tell me he drove you? Why didn't you tell?
I was sick.
You were
Honest
sick.
to God.
Okay.
And this is very unethical on the doctor if this is true. How about this for a headline? Doctor drives home former patient that is intoxicated that openly flirts with him when he is a married man. That doesn't look good. Guess vows don't mean shit these days. Hey Angela, how about Uber? You know how many times I've been blacked out and I've Ubered home? I think the thing that makes me the most mad is that if the roles were reversed and Michael did this to Angela, everyone would be chiming in and he would get crucified on the tell-all.
When Angela first told you she was getting the surgery, your initial reaction was not a good one. What were you thinking at that time?
When she told me, I said, I'm not in support. There's nothing I can do. I know my wife. Even though I tell her no, she'll still go ahead and do it. So.
Yo, I agree with what Michael said here. Even though they're husband and wife, Angela doesn't respect her husband or consider his opinion on any matter. A healthy relationship should look like an equal partnership, and Michael put just as much time on the show as Angela did. He should get a say in how the money is spent. However, because Michael's not American, the checks go through Angela's account, and instead Michael gets treated like an employee instead of an equal partner.
I heard him say one time, you're doing this to be sexy, and this bull. That's how he said it.
Flashback.
I want to be sexy Meemaw.
Sexy Meemaw, huh? Bro, you look like the 8 man from Mega Man, and then you got all these other shitters gassing you up like you're hot. This year's cast is a joke. They're all a bunch of clowns, and this season of Happily Ever After was boring as shit. Tiffany even mentioned during the tell-all that she's gonna get the same procedure as Angela.
I'm getting the same surgery that Angela got.
You are.
In 2 days.
Ah, you didn't tell me.
And when I hear this news, I'm like, oh great, another fitness journey I don't care about. Let me tell you guys a story. When I was a kid, I had an enclave chest, which means my bone was sticking out and my pectoral muscles were non-existent. I cried to my dad, Nicolas Cage, about this, and this is what he said to me. He said,
Son, you need to give me 100 push-ups every night. Don't be a pussy.
so I was like, yes sir, and I did the push-ups every night, and then next thing you know, now I got this big, beautiful, busty, hairy chest.
And to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn, that.
Moral of the story, if you want to change something about your body, you can do it naturally. And if you're gonna get a procedure, if you tried everything and you can't do it and you get a procedure, that's great. But don't have TLC make a whole weight loss journey for you and wow, this is so great. How did you do that? You lost so much weight. She got a surgery. She paid to lose the weight, okay? This isn't something great like 1,000 Pound Sisters. This isn't a show centered around weight loss. We don't care about the weight loss journey. We just want to see this woman treat Michael better. But maybe instead of focusing on Angela's weight loss journey that she paid for, we can see more of Nigeria.
I really did think that you would take care of me emotionally because it's an emotional roller coaster. And then he started complaining, making fun of me. My are too small. Look, what are you laughing at? Michael, your boobs are small. And he'd make fun. See, that was very painful.
This woman is such a vicious snake. We literally reviewed a clip in the last video where Angela says that she's happy that Michael was honest with her about her boobs because when she initially showed him her boobs when they were having their Skype phone sex situation, he was like, ooh, gosh, it's okay though, baby. You're okay. Your boobs are okay. I'll get used to it. He showed that he was uncomfortable and he didn't like her boobs, but then she went on to say that I'm so happy that Michael was honest with me, and that's the Michael I need, the honest one. So you already said that you were okay with him being honest. Next thing you know, in front of everybody else, you want to gaslight him and say that you're not okay with it now?
You're a monster.
And then to make the situation more dramatic, Angela puts her hand up and then proceeds to put her hand over her eyes like she's crying. But she's really just covering her eyes so the audience can't see what's going on.
I really thought I was going to die. Like, really?
As awkward as the situation is, I'm just once again surprised that nobody chimed in about this. You all have seen the show. You're on the show. It's not like you haven't seen the fact that I just talked about, that Angela said it's okay for Michael to be honest with her about her boobs, and she actually respects him more for being honest. No one brought this point up. Not the host, nobody. It's weird. It's like I know more about the show than the people on the show, and I barely watch the show.
I really thought I was going to die.
It's all right. I'm with you now. Huh? Don't worry.
But you wasn't.
Okay.
He doesn't get it. Like, he's 33, I'm 55.
I bet Michael had to overcome more than you've had to overcome in your life, Angela. And as your point of, I could have died, anyone could die when they go into surgery. I could die going to the dentist's office to get a filling. Next thing you know, they bring out Angela's daughter, not the one in jail, the other one, to once again interrogate Michael because he hasn't had enough abuse.
Michael was not supportive at all. I just feel like he was just throwing a little tantrum that she had this surgery instead of just being there for his wife. He wasn't looking as, it was to help mom or anything. He was more concerned of where that money could have went elsewhere.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah, he was. He's actually been nothing but a supportive partner to Angela throughout their entire relationship and put up with a lot of abuse from her that literally any other man would not put up with. The only reason that he had a problem with how the money was spent was because he was against the surgery and Angela did it anyway. She doesn't consider her partner's opinion on the matter, which would make anyone upset in a partnership. Next thing you know, Angela and Michael revisit that conversation about how she had an affair with the doctor. You're probably with that doctor. He's everything I'm insecure about.
Dr. O'Bain heard it. He's a very kind-hearted man. He said, I'll drive. He's my doctor, for crying out loud. He thinks I might be infected.
So, I know you. If I go out, you ask what did I do? Every goddamn details. But you now, you
now
you've
everything. Done it, buddy.
Meanwhile, we're all looking around like, what did he do, Angela? Tell the truth. I love how she does this. Every time Michael sticks up for himself, she plays the card like, oh my God, I can't believe he just said that. Can you believe he said that to me? I'm his wife. Have you heard the kind of shit that you say to this dude? The next thing Angela says gets my blood boiling. She says, the doctor's a very good man and you could learn something from him. Michael says, well then why don't you marry him then? That's rubbish. And then Angela says, well, I'm happy I have your blessing, all snippily. I can't believe this woman said this. Guys, I'm willing to die on this hill. Angela's trash and she cheated on Michael after everything he did for this woman. This level of disrespect is uncanny. I can't believe she is this disrespectful to her husband. Angela finishes off the conversation by saying, you're an asshole, Michael. I've never wanted to be in a room so bad. I wish I was there because everyone else isn't standing up for Michael, but I have taken it upon myself to be in his corner because he's a good man and he deserves better. The conversation continues on and Angela reveals the fact that the doctor, it took him 40 minutes to take her home. So once again, guys, let's imagine this for a second. You leave your friends and family at your birthday party to drive 40 minutes to take this woman back to her hotel room and you're not sleeping with her? Okay, in what world? In what universe? Huh? Are you f***ing kidding me? Detective Yourwetsock solved the case.
And then I have a good doctor that cares enough to give me a ride home. It wasn't like I asked him to ride me home. It wasn't like he had just offered it. It was he seen I was pale as a freaking ghost.
Quite obvious for anyone with a brain that Angela's lying. She just said that she didn't ask her doctor for a ride and he didn't offer.
Wait a minute.
So let me get this right, Angela. You're pale as a ghost at this party and no one called the ambulance for you. Instead, your doctor left his own birthday party to give you a ride to your hotel room, which was 40 minutes away.
They had sex.
Next thing you know, Sean brings out Aunt Lydia to explain what her expectations were. For those of you that don't know, Angela promised Michael and his family that she would give him a child. That was one of the conditions for marrying Michael. And she promised that she would do everything she possibly could to give him a child. Did she do so? It is debatable.
You've seen Angela's new look. What do you think about it?
Her new look is okay. She looked very sexy according to what she said. She's pretty okay.
Yes!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whoa, Angela, what's with that response? I thought you liked when people were honest with you. Didn't you say the same thing to Michael, that you respected his honesty? And you praised him for that because that's the Michael you needed. Well, you don't like the honest and truthful Aunt Lydia?
Ooh, that's kind of small.
Michael told me the other time that she said she wants to look sexy for him. That was what brought my annoyance. Angela does not need any surgery to make her look sexy or beautiful for Michael. Michael loves her the way she is.
I agree with Aunt Lydia here. Michael likes her the way she is. Make no mistake, Angela got the surgery with the money her and Michael earned together on the show because she wants to feel sexier. No problem with that, but she keeps trying to convince everyone that she got the surgery for a noble cause, such as her health, so she can live longer for her grandkids and Michael. Angela, if you gave a shit about your health, you wouldn't smoke like a chimney and eat like shit. Angela also said she's gonna get a Brazilian butt job next, and I'm just over here like, bet. A big butt would definitely make you healthier, bruh. I'm an ass guy myself, but with wrinkles and mileage like that, I'm swiping left, homie.
She loves the way she looks.
Exactly.
So
and Michael knows the way I am, I can't have babies. You want to cut me down about being sexy, Aunt Lydia, but then you want to say, have babies. Why don't you have babies? If he accepts me how I am, big, fat, skinny, tall, then he accepts me for not being able to have babies.
Shut the fuck up. No nobody even wants you here.
This is like an outburst from a child, but it's coming from an old woman. Oh my god, Angela got the Benjamin Buttons disease, bros. On a serious note, if you don't want to give Michael children, then don't give him false hope and agree to his request. But with strange conditions like you have to be on the phone with him while he jerks off, that was incredibly uncomfortable for all of us.
Can you accept the fact that she cannot have a child?
I have no problem with that. But we talked about surrogate mother, which she agreed.
Lydia, it's none of your business. I've heard you keep putting your nose in my...
Come on.
Shut your mouth.
It's moments like this you really wish Breezy took his anger out on Angela instead of Rihanna. It's truly appalling to disrespect your husband like that in front of family and the entire world. Angela's getting squirmy because Aunt Lydia is right. She did give her word, and instead of keeping her word, she would rather cuss everyone out, and I can't say that I'm surprised by that.
You always do this. This is what he does when she's on the phone.
No,
didn't your brother tell you to tell her to stay out of our business?
Didn't your brother tell her to tell me, tell you? Here's an idea, you classless hillbilly. How about you let Aunt Lydia speak, because she's been nothing but respectful and you have done nothing but embarrass the very nation you so confidently boast you originate from.
No, you're always cutting me down behind my back. You talk over there in your house. Don't point your finger at me.
And don't do that.
I have put up with you. I have gave you more respect than you deserve.
Yikers. From the looks of it, I'm pretty sure it's the opposite. Aunt Lydia gave Angela more respect than she deserves. Angela won't even let her speak. How has Aunt Lydia disrespected you, Angela? She has been calm and truthful since the moment you met her.
Mind your business. Where is she at? Where is she at? You mind your business. You don't talk to me like that. I'm American. You don't talk to me like that. Where's the camera to Lydia? Where's the camera?
I can't believe I'm gonna say this. It's pretty controversial, but I think I would rather hang out with Tammy than Angela. I used to live in New York, you guys, and I've seen hella crackheads that look and talk just like Angela. I'm not saying she's doing crack, but I don't know if she isn't. Also, it's been like an hour into the tell-all, and no one has defended Michael except Aunt Lydia, so thank God Aunt Lydia is there.
Will you calm down?
You shut the f up. You won't tell her I will.
He's not telling me what to do, okay?
Michael, you grab my balls today and stand up for me and tell her to stay out of our business, or you can go and I'll go run again with Dr. Obang, bitch.
Angela thinks this is the WWE or some shit, walking over to camera one and threatening to leave Michael for the doctor she cheated on him with. You want Aunt Lydia out of your business, Angela? Why is that? So you can alienate Michael from his family just like you alienated him from his friends? This is typical cheater behavior. They like to isolate their prey, partner, and know where they are at all times, so it's easier for them to cheat and not get caught.
Respect for your husband.
I ain't respecting. You better respect me.
Guys, it is chaos at the tell-all. Angela's freaking out. She's showing her hooters to the camera. It's a complete Jerry Springer moment. It's so unnecessary. Nobody asked to see those hooters. I heard a rumor that the cameraman that saw those things up close had to bleach their eyes and almost went blind. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. The doctor that Angela is believed to have had an affair with recently got exposed by his ex-wife on Instagram. This is what she had to say. At Dr. Michael Obang, had the pleasure of speaking to your mistress tonight for over an hour. As your wife, I can say it was very hurtful to hear about all the threesomes and sex parties you all attended and that you spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on her during the course of the last year. And now that I finally filed for divorce and you've done your best to completely eliminate me from your life and convince your colleagues and friends that you left me, I've been a wonderful mother to our 8 children. I've supported you through everything, and instead you chose to sleep with patients, spend all your money on women, and ignore your family, your wife, and your vows. Please do tell your new practice manager that threatened to call the police on me today when I came to your office to pick up our child that she has no idea what you put me through. Anyone that asks about me, please tell them that you offered to move me back to home in Oklahoma and give me $4,000 a month for all our children and told me I'm a gold digger and you wish you never met me even though you regularly sleep with prostitutes, patients, and my friends. 7 known affairs later, I finally get it through my head. Being married is something you're just not that into. As Mark Weens would say, oh wow.
Oh wow.
That tea is piping hot. 7 known affairs later, huh? I guess we got a serial cheater on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Homie's really out here spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on side hoes. That is so excessive. Meanwhile, I'm just out here trying to renew my Disney Plus account. Can someone order a Cameo for me? Also, this dude has 8 kids. Meanwhile, I can't even have a dog because I'm too selfish. This is just blowing my mind. How disrespectful to your wife to put her through all of this. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. If this is true, I lost so much respect for this doctor. I think him and Angela actually make a good couple now. They're both not faithful to their partners and they have really bad morals. I don't really understand the mindset of cheating on your partner, especially when you have children. Like, you two literally created life together. I feel like the mother of your children is supposed to be your partner in crime. She was with you before the money and before the fame and all this other stuff, and you built a life together. You had so many children together, and you're gonna cheat on that person. That's supposed to be your best friend, your ride or die. You think these side hoes give a shit about you? If you weren't spending money on them, they probably wouldn't be around you, but your wife would. Also, this doctor has 8 children. I think that's really foul to put the kids through that. All the respect I had for the guy, which I don't even think I had any respect, but now I for sure don't have any. It's like in the negatives now for the respect department. Another part of Angela's story that I found super fishy was that she mentioned that her daughter Skyla was at the party. So let's just use our brain for a second. Why would the doctor drive you home when your daughter's there, and if you're feeling sick, your daughter can drive you home? Well, in retrospect, it seems like we answered our question, because now that we know how he allegedly treated his wife, we can only assume what happened between him and Angela. I'm not gonna say that I enjoy being right all the time. Actually, it's more of a curse. I'm just kidding. That sounded super douchey, but I'm actually not kidding at the same time. I am right. Always. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment below, subscribe, let your friend, follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.